My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is which is the bigger fight? Is it Taylor-Serrano, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, or is it Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall? Which is the bigger fight for women's boxing? And we're going to turn it over to the expert on women, Trill Dollar Bill.
Yes, thank you. Dr. Love is in the building.
Yes, this is the ladies' man.
This is the ladies' man.
Would you like a fifth sandwich?
No. Listen, I think both of these fights are big for women's boxing. That's like, when we have boxing with the men and we have big, huge fights in the lower division, and we have a big fight in the bigger division. And that's how I look at this fight. I think Taylor-Serrano, this is a major fight for the little division, the lower weight divisions, and then Savannah Marshall and Shields is for the bigger division. And I think these are both big fights, real big fights, because these are the fights that people needed to see. These are the best fighting the best. So I think that these is both huge fights. This is not like Taylor's a slouch or Serrano's a slouch or Shields a slouch or Marshall's a slouch. No, it's the best fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? We got I think this is great. These are the fights that needed to be made in boxing. I'm waiting for the next one. That's what's the lovely lady? Bumgarner, right?
Oh, Alicia Bumgarner and
Michaela May. Woo. That'll be the next one. You know what I'm saying? So just keep giving us these fights and letting these women show what they got, because this is what they need. This is what they need. And I think this is going to be big for women's boxing. You have this in April and then mess around and have Shields and Marshalls in June. Woo. That'll be amazing.
That's all great, Trill. You never said which one was bigger.
I think they both bigger, bro. I just it's like if you say, I know you need to pick one. I know I need to pick one. But okay. I'm gonna say Taylor and Serrano. I'm gonna say Taylor and Serrano if I had to pick. Nah, but see, I want to say Shields and Marshall. Because
Well, I can't put you on the couch right now. I can't. Yeah. I don't got time to deal with your commitment issues right now.
Yeah, I know. And
that's a damn fight, man.
I gotta pick a fight, but I'm a see, because we've been wanting the Shields Marshall fight for a while, longer than. But the skill level in Serrano's been. I'm gonna go with Taylor and Serrano. I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna pick that.
Thank you.
But I think that they both are huge. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
We get it. All right, it's 51-49%. That's how close it is, right?
51-49. Right. That's how close.
Thanks. So Trill says
any given Saturday.
It might change tomorrow. This is what it is. Trill might change his opinion tomorrow, but today 51-49, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, the biggest fight for women's boxing.
I got on my G slides. You know what I'm saying? I got on my G slides. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Conspiracy G.
It's funny. Normally I'm the one that be like, yo, Trill, pick one. But I actually agree with Trill on this one. Like, that's like asking me, like, which one was like a bigger fight? Like Wilder Fury 3 or AJ Usyk, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were both huge fights, and they were huge for the boxing world. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough, man. You know what I mean? So I got two answers. I know Kane's about to get upset, but you got to walk with me on this.
I don't know what's going on right now. Go ahead.
It's just because it's different dynamics. For the casuals, Taylor-Serrano is going to be bigger because of the Jake Paul affiliation and all of that stuff. But for like diehard boxing fans, I think Shields and Marshall is going to be a bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, where the Shield-Marshall fight is likely, or there's a stronger chance it's going to end in a knockout. With Taylor and Serrano, it's most likely going to end in a decision. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you like in a fight? You know what I mean? Me, I like to see people's heads come off. So personally, I'm gonna pick Shields, Marshall, but both of them are humongous fights, man. Huge for the women's boxing. So I kind of feel Trill on this one, man. Normally, I'm against when Trill does it, but I gotta agree. I'm sorry, man. My bad. I gotta forgive me, world. You know what I'm saying? But it's just hard to pick one. But
All right.
I'm going with Shields, Marshall.
I have a feeling my man is going to show y'all how it's done, and he's going to pick one fight. TVE, which
He's
is the
gonna pick
bigger
one
fight?
fighter.
Amanda Taylor, I mean Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, or Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields?
First, I want to say both of these fights are big for boxing, but the biggest fight for me, and we already know what we want to see, is Shields versus Marshalls. They may not say it, but I want that fight, and I think that fight's the bigger fight. I can't wait for that fight. I'm not going to tiptoe around it. But salute to these ladies. They putting on for the sport, and they're all four of them are really talented. And one's mighty fine.
You gotta work on your sauce, bro.
You gotta
Okay,
do more
I'm
sauce.
cooking.
I just
Don't worry.
I just like to say you're mighty fine. You know
She's
what I'm saying?
mighty fine.
She's mighty fine. You should be mine.
Hey, yo, be yourself, Ned. That's all you gotta be. Yo.
Thank you,
Nothing
thank
more,
you.
nothing
Yeah,
less.
yo.
Trust me. You ain't gotta. You know what I
Some
mean? You
shorties
ain't
like
gotta.
them corny. Some shorties like them corny, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's true. Some
Yeah.
of them do like them
Amen.
corn.
Just don't be like Dillian with the WBC belt.
Don't be
You know
too-
what? I don't even think we got a topic on Dillian, but maybe we should, because maybe we should just respond, because I want to crush some of the nonsense I've been seeing in the comment section. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, some of the excuses people make for Dillian in the comment section is like, you know, your woman cheating on you is like, yeah, but I've been coming in late lately. You know what I'm saying? And, I haven't been taking out the trash on time. I basically pushed her in the arms of another man.
You did a
You know what
taste, bro. Maybe I deserve.
Maybe I deserve. Yo, that's the type of excuses they be making for Dillian. My God. All right. Anyway, getting back to this right here. Right. The bigger fight. I'm just gonna come out and pick one. Although we all know that these are both huge fights for women's boxing, is to me Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. One, because they're bigger women. They're the bigger women. So it's obviously the bigger fight. That's one. Now two, Clarissa Shields to me is that person who's deemed as like, you know, the most polarizing, but also the most accomplished in terms of, you know, two-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed. Now, Katie Taylor has her accomplishments as well, but Clarissa Shields, I believe, has more. And Clarissa Shields, like I said, is the most polarizing. She's also, you know, gifted. Like, you know, I'm saying she's raw, but she's gifted, and you see those abilities. But then you have Savannah Marshall, who is a rarity in women's boxing. She's actually a woman who's knocking out other women in impressive fashion, which is something we haven't seen before. So G said this in the last segment. He said that Savannah Marshall is the one who should be calling out guys. Like Savannah Marshall's the one who has like the pop.
That was true.
Oh, Trill. Actually, it's Trill. My bad. Trill, you the one who said that, right? And that's where I'm like, yes, that's what we haven't seen. And we've seen Clarissa dog walking a lot of these women, and we haven't seen her in there with the type of beast that Savannah Marshall is. Now, when it comes to Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, we have two highly skilled boxers, and we've seen that somewhat in women's boxing, not at this level. But when I think about which fight has the chance of giving us a surprise ending, it's that one. Like, for example, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, it wouldn't surprise me for one of them to go in there and outbox the other one. Wouldn't surprise me. Even if one of them outclassed the other one, it wouldn't surprise me. If it was a close fight, it wouldn't surprise me. But the outcome of Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, I know is going to be one that, like, the boxing world is going to be like, oh, smokes. So for me, it's the bigger fight. You know, I'm not saying that it's the most skilled fight. I'm not saying that the two most skilled women in the sport are going to be in the ring during that fight because I believe it's going to be Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I believe that's going to be the most skilled fight. But I do think that like the most entertaining, the fight where people on the edge of their seats, like, yo, who's really going to win that one? Well, people are really like that with Amanda Serrano too. But like the dynamics are different because we're like, yo, is Shields really about to get knocked out? Someone about to shut up the polarizing big mouth? You feel me? That's the one I think that's going to really get the people going. So that's why I think it's a bigger fight. But you're both right. This is a really big fight. And, you know, I'm not mad at either one of the fights, and I'm going to be watching both.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.